Okay, we're going to go over fundamental number 4, which is natural point of aim and breathing. So what natural point of aim is this rifle naturally is pointing in a certain direction. When we get behind that rifle, and if we pull the trigger on that rifle and we're fighting it, so for example, let's say our rifle is pointing naturally over here and this is our target. What's going to happen is if we force the reticle over here and don't move the rifle or our body at all, that recoil is definitely going to jump back up to where it naturally is pointing. And that's going to cause you to have misses up into that direction. So the way that we mitigate that is by naturally pointing the rifle at our target, making micro adjustments, and then our breathing. So we're going to go over natural point of aim first. So as you can see, my reticle is pointed at the top left circle. Now let's say my rifle was pointed over at the right circle, but I wanted to shoot this circle. So at this point in time, I actually, what people will do when it comes to making that adjustment is they just swivel over, just like this. And they go, okay, I'm on. But what's going to happen when they go to pull the trigger, they're going to jerk themselves back over this direction. So what we need to do is we actually need to take, if we're aiming right here, move our rifle to the target, square our hips back up to the target. See, now I'm off to the left a little. So I want to bring it right to the center. All right, and then line my body behind it. Now my rifle is naturally pointed in that direction. So the next thing that we're going to do is focus on our breathing. So I'm going to remove the rear bag to exaggerate this. So all I'm going to do is just take some deep breaths. So I'm breathing in, bang, bang. So that's how our breathing is. Now, a way that you can check that you're at natural point of aim is making sure your reticle is moving up and down when you breathe, straight up and down. One way to check if your body's not aligned is watch how I breathe now and what the reticle does, because I'm canted off to the left. So I'm getting that movement going like this now. So, way to check body alignment, natural point of aim, is making sure that as you breathe in and suck air into your lungs, your reticle is moving down below the center where you want to hit. And as you breathe out, that reticle is centering, raising up and centering on the target that you're aiming at. That's natural point of aim and breathing. One of the most common mistakes I see is that people, when they go to shoot, they go, hold their breath, and they're starting to shake, and then they crack off their round. You want to do it at that natural respiratory pause. So, bang. And so I'm doing it when I'm still comfortable. Like I could still hold for another 10 or 15 seconds, but I'm comfortable and I've let that air out of my lungs. My reticle has raised up and settled on my target. Bang. Bang. So it's right as all that breath has gone out of the lungs, the air's out of the lungs, press off the round. Natural point of aim. If your reticle is not naturally pointed at the target that you're aiming at, you need to move the rifle and your body, keep your body square to the target so that you can so that when you recoil, your recoil is going back to the target that you're actually aiming at. If you're forcing the rifle left or right or down or up, your shots are gonna go all over the place and you're gonna be chasing your tail. So make sure that your rifle and your reticle is naturally pointed at the target that you want to shoot and that you're pressing the trigger at the bottom of your breath hold.